like I said this backstage, but you find yourself, you come into these spaces, probably meaning crisis. You're looking for wisdom. But you've had these experiences. What do millennials, Gen Xers, boomers, what do we not see like naturally that you guys feel like you see naturally? And I don't know if that makes sense. Like in culture, like what do we miss? What are the gaps that sometimes whenever you're hearing people in this space talk, you're like, yeah, but you don't get it, this, or you don't quite understand how things are these days, old man. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'll just pick it up real quick. I think the temptation is to really verbalize it and speak to a thing or a series of things. I think it's more so just kind of the water we're in the sense that it's hard to communicate the perceived experience that we've had where there's been so much technological change in such a short amount of time. I mean, even thinking back to when I was in high school, that era is completely gone where it was a transitionary phase. Some people didn't have smartphones, some did. People were all playing Call of Duty on their Xbox or PlayStation 3 and YouTube videos were kind of, sketchy to watch. You had to buffer things but all that stuff, even 10 years prior, just was non-existent. And we have grown up in an ever-changing technological environment that is so disruptive to everyday inhabitation, compounded upon a whole slew of economic realities that have kind of strayed from the trajectory things have gone since post World War II. So we're coming at a head of, a whole host of, it's really the ultimate like powder keg of change and inflection point of things, if you will. So I think it's that
the connectivity and economic realities are a blind spot for millennials up compared to. Do you all guys agree with that?
To kind of add to it, the people who came before us had gotten scripts from their parents, and then they ran those scripts, and those scripts worked for them, and they assumed that by passing on those scripts to their kids and their grandkids, that those same scripts that worked for them, that worked for their parents, and much further back, that they assume that that'll continue working, and they think that there's something wrong with you because you're trying to run the script, or you're not, like, you're running the script poorly. It must be something wrong with you.
Yeah,
yes,
I see that. Well,
I'm going to push it a little further. I'd say that what I've been noticing is that there's this kind of institutional breakdown to a certain extent, that there were these institutions, both religious and like societal, cultural, that there hasn't been maintenance done on in a while. And so they're kind of sitting there, and if you don't do any maintenance, they'll last a little bit. And so it's lasted about 3 generations, I'd say. And the millennials are able to survive basically off of the dregs of this last bit. I think Gen Z is running to the end of it, though.
Hi, this is Christian Baxter, and you're listening to Yours Truly, a place we go to think out loud.